Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So setting up took a little bit of getting used to, but I have a monitor on top, so if you see me look up there, I'm just trying to check to make sure that it's still recording and that I am in focus, but I will always try to keep my eye on the lens. So today we are doing another 3-in-1 get ready with me. I am going to an event, so I thought it would be perfect to just do my hair, makeup, and then show you my outfit later at the event. So the hair that I received today is from Tinashe Hair. And another thing I'd like to say is that if you see me review a company more than once, then you definitely know that they have good hair, and I obviously went back for good reason. So I got the hair in a box, and then it came in this little bag over here, which is very nice because when you're not wearing the hair, you can literally just pack this away in there. It also came with some lashes over there. They are a bit dramatic for me. It came with a wig cap and also a strap over here. If you want to keep the wig glueless, then you can always sew this from ear to ear. Okay, so I'm gonna get into I'm still getting used to this monitor being at the top there, but anyways, the monitor being here means that you don't have to hear the hissing sound of my laptop when it starts overheating. So I already went ahead and bleached the knots, if you can see that. So it is an ear-to-ear lace, and then I'm going to be cutting off this lace at the back, and then I'll cut off the one in the front on me. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the lace off on here. Okay, so now I'm just quickly going to use my Got2b glue for the perimeter of my head, and this also just like sort of puts all my baby hairs in place. Okay, so now that I used my spray and I laid my wig, I like to use a very thin, so this is like material I cut off a pantyhose, and I feel like it's neater and I don't have this weird situation around the perimeter of my face when I use this, so this does me good. So I'm gonna leave this on for a little while just to make sure everything is good. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for this to dry, and while I do that, I think I'm just gonna start priming my face and everything else. So to prime my face, I'm gonna be using the new, okay, it's not new, but it's the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser from Maybelline. This is gonna be a night event, so I think I want to go a little, like, you know, flawless. I want my makeup to look a bit flawless. So basically today I'm going to be showing you guys how I've been doing my makeup lately, because I did mention on Instagram, and then a lot of people were like, yes, we would love to see. So how I start off basically, and I think this is after I watched a video by Tati where Jennifer Lopez's makeup artist, I think that's the one, did her makeup, and that was a bit too much for me. So I started trying out ways of making it look good on me, and also I realized that around my eye, I think it's because I'm getting older, it gets really dry when I put makeup. So I was like, there's no need for me to, and it looks very cakey, there's no need for me to like apply 3 products on there. So I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. And so the reason why I do this is because I don't see the need to pack on 3 different products under my eyes. So basically it would obviously be my foundation, a concealer, and usually you guys know I like to add in a second concealer for brightening my eyes. So instead I use a concealer right underneath my eyes. My brushes aren't that clean, y'all. I used these yesterday and today when I was filming something else, so please do not judge me. So I basically pat that out. So yeah, you know I'm always filming little short videos on IGTV, so my brushes were very clean, just letting you know, and I don't use them on anyone else besides myself. So anyway, so you want to pat that like so. Can you see how already with just concealer, no foundation, we're already seeing a bit of definition in my face. We're seeing that highlight, it's bringing out my face, and you kind of get the idea of where we are taking this face. Okay, then after that I'm gonna go in with my foundation, which is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation. I'm in the shade 420. I like to put this at the back of my hand, and then from the back of my hand I literally just like blend that into my skin. I like to go all the way down to my neck because I do have a bit of hyperpigmentation on my neck that I like to cover, and I don't know why that is, but yeah, that's just me. I go in with another pump, and this pump is always to sort of like cover all my imperfections, so it's not really building up my whole entire face, but wherever I have like slight imperfections. Okay, so I've removed that thing off my lace, and obviously my lace is going to be peeking through. So what I like to do is I take my bronzing powder and I just make sure that I don't have this gray, too much gray. And then I usually mix that with my powder. Here is my powder. My pressed powder, that's in the shade Melanin. So I'm just gonna put that on my parting so it's visible. There we go. Got a good wig on our head. So now I am going to sort of define my face. So I like to focus on my face before I do everything else, and that is sort of like my new routine. I like to shape my face. So guys, when you put on wigs, your face becomes very round. That is something we cannot run away from, but there are solutions. Makeup can give you a whole new face. So I use my like that, and I'm just gonna take my contour brush, and then obviously you wanna have defined cheekbones, so I sort of like bring it up. Can you see the difference on that side and versus the side where my face just looks flat, but there's a bit of definition here? So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So blend that out, bring it to the top like so, and then we're gonna blend the perimeter of our forehead. I'm gonna brighten my inner eye area because I've already concealed, but it's just not there, it's like flat. So we are gonna take my concealer over here. So the shade I'm using is 65 Cafe. This is in the Revlon Color Stay Concealer, and the one that I used to contour is in the shade 80 Espresso. Okay, so you want to just bring this. Can you see how I'm starting from the bridge of my nose? That's also literally like shaping my face here. Then I want to bring it down my nose, highlight under my nose, because there's always a shadow here, so we are trying to get rid of that shadow that's going to be there. And then underneath my chin also, because there's going to be a weird shadow and we just want to brighten it up, then I am going to do a bit of my forehead. Yeah, so you can see that my foundation is a bit also all over the place, so we want to make sure that is blended out. So I just take a foundation brush, and you're gonna see me, can you see how that harsh line is gone and there's still a harsh line here? You don't want to just set it looking like this, because we don't need those weird lines, ladies. Everything needs to look seamless. Blending is so important, and you will notice I'm bringing it in because I want to bring more of my contour inwards than taking my concealer outwards. If you take it outwards, you are making your face wider, so you will like blend it inwards with your concealer. So I'm just going to do that. Now that that is blended out, I am going to set my face with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. So I take it from my nose also. You remember where we had the concealer thing? We want to start there, basically. Especially under my eye, I sort of like blend it out already, because I don't want my under eye to be too cakey and too dry. So if you've got dry skin, you're not gonna apply as much setting powder as I'm doing at the moment, so please try avoid that. I feel like teaching with the monitor on top here is making this so much better. And now that I'm done my face like so, I will probably now this is when I'll just take the beauty blender and use whatever is remaining to sort of set the rest of my face, especially like where I've contoured, because you don't want it oily. Okay, now that that's done, I then go into my brows, and then I'm just gonna do my brows off camera. But I am letting you know now that I am using the Precisely My Brow pencil, which is in the shade 4.5. So if anyone is gonna ask, yes, I have changed from 5 and went down to 4.5 because I feel like this is more lighter and more natural. So for my eye base, I'm gonna be using the MAC Soft Ochre Pro Longwear paint pot, and this is probably the first time I'm using this on the channel. I've used this on my Instagram TV already, so if you guys want to check out some cool short videos that I do create, go on there. They're super easy to follow. For eyeshadow, I am going to be using Aunt Jackie's palette. Ooh, I am so excited. I love this palette. So I'm just going to make sure that I have a bit of powder at the inner corners of my eye, just to prevent if there's any fallout, this will catch it, right? So you see, if you do your eyes after, this is basically how you prevent any fallout, and you would obviously dust that off. I do need to just contour my face a little bit. So I'm going to be taking my Beat Up NYX 3-Step to Scalp palette. It's Beat Up because it's just one of my favorite palettes to contour with. It literally makes sense contouring with this all the time. I'm going to use that at the bottom of my jaw there so that we don't have that demarcation line between my foundation and my head or my neck. Yeah. Then I am going to take my Yardley Even Press powder in the shade Vanillin. I'm going to be using that to sort of contour my nose. Yeah, because we don't want this too harsh. The 3-Step Scalp palette is going to be very harsh, so I would not recommend you use that to shape your nose. So for the Jackie Aina palette, I've already been using this, so this is why it looks like this. But I'm gonna go in with the shade, I'm gonna start with the shade Ginger. Ginger is this brown here. It's very dark girl friendly, so I'm gonna use this in the inner crease. And the trick I like to do is I like repeating everything I'm doing on one eye on the other eye, so I don't find myself questioning myself, why does this look different? So if you're someone who struggles with the eye, just keep repeating, so you know that I've done 2 swoops this side, 2 swoops on the other side. I do know that the final color that I want to use is the shade Sponsored, so I'm gonna go in with the shade Credit, and I'm gonna go in with a more defined brush because I want to pack this and concentrate on my outer. Okay, there we go. So because I want Sponsored to be more defined, I am gonna use a concealer just to create a base for it. So I'm gonna take my L'Oreal concealer again in the shade Honey, and I'm just gonna do a semi cut crease, so I'm not taking it too far. Okay, now that we have our concealer ready, I am gonna take a flat brush. So I'm gonna be using my Morphe flat brush. I got this in set, so you guys wouldn't, it doesn't have a name. So I'm gonna be taking the shade Sponsored, which is this shade over here. It looks like, according to Miss Jackie Aina, it looks like money green. Okay. So I'm going to be taking this Benefit roller liner, which is one of the best roller liners you can use. I've had this for more than a year, guys, and I can't believe this thing hasn't, not more than a year, close to a year, hasn't run out yet. It lasts, so I guess it should make sense because I think it is a bit expensive for a liner. Actually, anything Benefit is expensive, but their products are so worth it. Okay, so for under my eye, I always make sure that under my eye sort of matches my eye. I am gonna go, but I don't think I'm gonna match it this time. Actually, I'm gonna take Credit. I'm gonna take Credit and I'm gonna shade that under my eyes. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Revlon So Fierce Black Liner. This liner is absolutely amazing. If you're looking for a good black liner, then I would definitely recommend this. Then I'm gonna go in with blush. For blush, I'm gonna be going in with this Very blush. This is by Revlon. If you're not a fan of blush, it's okay, but I do necessarily think that blush has become like a game changer when it comes to like my makeup. So if you've never been a fan of blush, just give it a try. I was into blush and then I stopped and then I came back. So let's see. So you want to smile and you want to dab it on the apples of your cheeks, and then you sort of want to blend it upwards to the rest of your cheekbone, if I can say that. And don't worry when it looks like it's a lot, because blush is one of those products that after you set your face and you start going on about your day, it sort of wears off. Blush is not a product that stays on like eyeshadow or anything like that. It really does wear off, because I remember one day wearing it and I was like, oh my gosh, that is a lot, and then throughout the day it wore off. So for highlighter, this has been my go-to highlighter. I am using this shade over here. This is from the Urban Decay limited edition collab with Game of Thrones. So this is the Mother of Dragons highlighter. So I don't think this is still available anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna dust this this off because I'm done now. So you literally just, there we go. So I am wearing Lash Style, let me see, Fantasy. I will link it down below if you guys would like to order my lashes. This is the style I'm wearing today. So now I am gonna go into my lips now. And for lips, for lip liner, I did kind of change my lip liner. I am now using MAC Girl Chestnut. So for today, the lip combo that I'm using, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Ink Crayon. This is in the shade Trust Your Gut. And you guys know that my lip is not complete without gloss. So for gloss, I'm going to be using this Catrice Generation Plump and Shine. This is in the shade Golden Zyron, I think that's how you say it. Yeah. That looks cute. And then to finish it off, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray to set my face. And guys, that is the final look as that dries. You can see my face sort of looks flawless. It looks doll-like. Oh, this is so cute. And I'm just gonna fix my hair and obviously style it, and then I will come back obviously on the video when I'm now at the event and I'm showing you what I decided to wear.